Shalom everyone. Unhappy housewife here. I passed a few European men who smiled at me adoringly today. We have relocated to another state where the people are supposed to be very friendly. Where's all the charm? I sure didn't experience any, at least not today. Lest I digress and got on a whole nother tantrum, let me get back over here. I do not care who you are. You can be the wealthiest person on earth, but even the wealthiest person does not pay normal retail for anything. Family Dollar had Charmin tissue on sale. If you had a coupon and spent over $25, you would be reimbursed $5. So I decided I would go and buy Charmin. That's my favorite tissue. 2-ply. Do not care for 1-ply. That's a little too much information. Don't nobody care what you wipe your butt with. Just wipe it. I purchased the tissue. Now on my way home, I realized I had the coupon in my hand, but for some strange reason, when I gave the cashier the money, I did not give her the coupon. So I decided to go to the Family Dollar in my city. There's only a 6-mile radius between the two. Big deal, right? So I went into the Family Dollar. As I am walking down the aisle to approach the cashier, I hear someone behind me dragging their feet. It gets on my nerves. It's not going to stop. Therefore, I decide I will step out of the way, let this person who's dragging their feet pass me, and then I will continue on with what I went in there to do. There was this tall, dark, delicious man with a woman looking at me. She had her back to me, and as I approached them, she stepped out in front of me. So I gently put my hands on her shoulders and said, "Excuse me." He is getting on my nerves the way he's dragging his feet. And he looks directly in my face, the tall, dark, delicious one who will from henceforth be known as TDD, not TD Jakes. TDD. I walk past and I see him eyeing me like this. He's with a woman and he's looking at me the wrong way. You cannot avoid the first glance, but come on, the rest. He did not do that to me once, but he did it to me 3 times. I went on around and made my way to the cashier. Explained to her what I needed. I purchased some Charmin tissue at another Family Dollar, and I did not utilize my coupon. Therefore, I would like my $5 refund on my purchase. She says to me, "We need to see the items." "You need to see the items? I have the receipt." "What do you mean you need to see the items?" She said, "Well, that is our policy. We need to see the items." I said, "I tell you what, take your policy and shove it where the sun doesn't shine. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go out, get the items that I purchased, come back in here, and you can give me my money back and forget about the $5. So I make my way out, not thinking to take a cart with me, while this man is still yet standing there looking at me, and he's with a woman. Bless her heart. She didn't have a clue what he was doing. I go outside, I get the items out of the boot, and I have 4 large packages of Charmin. I can only carry 3. So I go back into the store with those 3, interrupting the cashier. "Where do you want me to put these items? Because I have to go back to the car and get some more." The manager says, "Oh, you can put them here." And she brings me a cart. I put the items into the cart, push the cart on the side out of harm's reach so that I can go back out to the vehicle and procure the remaining. I get the rest of the tissue and the detergent out of the boot. Make my way back, and there is this gentleman, a grandfather type figure, who wants to get the door for me. And I had already gone out, so I knew all I had to do was push the door to go in. He probably thought you needed to pull the door open. But I said to him, "Oh, that's all right, thank you, I've got it." And I pushed the door and went on inside. Got the cart, got all of the items together. I got in line, and as I'm standing there, I see this person paying for items, not saying a word, but I noticed a gallon of milk that is setting on top of a pop cooler. As I am about to say to the cashier, "Are you aware that there's a gallon of milk just setting over here?" He says, so I realize this man is deaf and dumb and is not aware that dragging his feet is getting on somebody's nerves. I let that go. I understood. The grandfather figure behind me, I look at him and I say, "Would you like to go before me since you only have one item?" He said, "Thank you. Very kind of you." Got in front of me, said to the cashier, "I purchased this coffee. It has caffeine in it. I need to get decaffeinated coffee. I do not have a receipt. I spoke to someone and I am going to have to pay the difference of $3, but I do need to exchange it." She did not say anything to him about, "We can't exchange it because you don't have a receipt," or nothing. You catch my drift. I didn't care. It was very obvious. It was one of those issues, much like the colors behind me. So he walks off to go get his coffee. I step up to the cashier and she says to the manager, she purchased these items at another Family Dollar and she didn't use her coupon and she wants $5. I said, "No, I do not want the $5. I want to return these items and give me all of my money back." "Why on earth do you need to see the items?" The manager says to me, "We need to make sure you have them."
What do you mean you have to be sure that I have them? Where in the world do they do that? Do people go out and give other people their receipts and say, "Take this in there along with this coupon and get the money back off of it"? I don't have time for that kind of foolishness. Don't take me through changes. I'm spending my money, not yours.
The manager stands there with her mouth shut. Nothing else to say, but she's looking at me. And I realize the manager is very masculine. I'll leave it at that for now. The cashier says to me, "I need you to sign your name here and write your name here." As the manager walks away, I said I was on a professional call and there was a Family Dollar where I was attending to my business. Therefore, I went to that store to purchase these items. But I live in this city. As I was writing, I held the paper like this, writing like this, so that she could see what I was writing. I wanted her to see she was not dealing with a food stamp mama. Because, well, I wanted her to see that she was dealing with someone of substance. And as she looked at me signing my name, she became very apologetic. She addressed me by the initials that I put before my name and said, "Blankety blank, I am so sorry that you had to go out to the car and get those items and bring them in. It is not my policy, it is the store's policy." I said, "It is and always will be a stupid policy. Furthermore, it is my policy not to spend my money where I have to deal with ridiculous policies." As I'm walking off, she's still being apologetic. See, people don't seem to realize that when you are dealing with someone on a daily basis in your job, someone is crossing your path, doesn't mean that they are of your kind, that they are from your neighborhood, that they are one of your croonies. etc. Therefore, everyone should be treated with kindness. She should not have needed to see some letters before my name before she gave me a hint of respect, just like she respected grandfather. Now, on my way out the store, I see TDD coming from behind the building. Why? I think he stepped back there to take a peek. I'm just saying. The woman was not with him. He's walking from behind this building. It's a small plaza. Family Dollar is close to the end. Just suspect. Because of the way he was walking, I held on to my purse because I really thought he was going to grab my purse and run. But as he approached me, he said, "Good afternoon," in a very white voice, very intelligent sounding. As I am getting in front of him, he says, "You sure are sexy. You look so good."
Now, I had no idea that man was watching me that much because I wasn't paying him any attention. And I'm usually very observant, but I'm not checking you. I'm attending to mine.
As I walk past him, he says, "I am so sick and tired of that woman I'm with." I look back at him and I say, "Work it out." He said, "Yeah, but I sure would like to work it out with you."
If you're going to approach another woman, which is still wrong, at least say, "I'm with somebody right now. Can I get the digits? Can I holler at you later?"
He says, "But I am so sick and tired of that woman. She gets on my nerves." And he's still talking to me, and I'm still walking.
Here I am out attending to my business, and I'm being approached by this tall, dark, and delicious African-American, black, dark complexion, whatever kind of man you want to call him, hollering at me, approaching me. He's with somebody. There's a song for him. Love the one you're with. Scrub.
It takes a little bit more than that, TDD. Number one, I'm not into you. You're into me.
As he stood by the Benz, waiting for her to return, he didn't have the key, but he was trying to impress me. Sitting on the passenger side of your woman's ride. Are you serious?
TDD says again, "I am so sick and tired of that woman." I said, "Work it out." He said, "I really want to talk to you." I don't want you.
I'm not the one to solve the problem.
And if I may, let me be real transparent with you. If I was single and available, if I were to holler at someone, if I were to give someone a nod, "Come on over," it might be someone who has the same tools that I have, simply because I have noticed that there are so many masculine lesbians in the world that they will give a so-called man a run for his money. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of them out there who can give lessons on how to be masculine. I'm just saying, I'm not in the market. I'm not single, nor am I looking. I'm trying to deal with this over here. I'm attending to mine. Why don't you attend to yours? Ladies, we need to check our men, because it is so wrong. I don't like it. I abhor it. It is so disrespectful for you to be with a woman and holler at another one. What is wrong with you? Have we come to these times now where it really doesn't matter? Is there no such thing as honor and respecting the person that you are with? Whether you want to be with them or not, you with them. The truth be told, I wouldn't be interested in a TDD. Let me put it to you like this. When it comes to drinking coffee, I like a whole lot more cream in my coffee than I like coffee. So TDD would not get far with me at all. I did not like the way I was treated at Family Dollar. I did not like the way that I was approached by TDD. Both issues compounded each other. Definitely a waste of my time, a waste of my energy, and a waste of my fuel having to go back to Family Dollar and deal with that stupidity of a policy. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I am not, nor shall I ever be, a cotton picking, stupid, do not know my rights. The walls have ears. But let me just tell you this before I go. The crumb snatchers said men are emotional and they have to tell you how they feel. And we saw the woman who had on some workout clothing, a white scrunchie in her hair, pulled back into a ponytail. Did you see what she looked like? He had to tell you how he felt.
Lies!
That's not true.
If he's emotional, he's a biatch, man.
Women are emotional. Men are supposed to be strong, armor bearers, taking care of their women, providing, protecting, loving, adoring the woman you with. If I want to biatch, man, heck, I already met. You know what? I really could say some more things, but I sense a bit of silence. I am going to put the shut to the up before I say something full of ish, get myself into a whole lot of dung, and have to pistol whip somebody. Keep your eyes on him, because he might be doing this. Looking at another woman. Because you know what that is? Cheating in her face. Issues of life. TTD. Unhappy housewife. See you next week.